we have a couple new people. This is awesome.
Yep.
Where are they from, Corinne?
I don't know. So if you just joined us, let us know where you're from, what school you're with, and if you've been using these planners for a while, if you're familiar, or if you're brand new.
Yes. This is so awesome. We're going to be doing a couple wonderful giveaways today, too. We're so excited about that. I am. This is so much fun to be with you today.
So, Dave, let's have David talk about the anniversary.
Oh, that's right. David, 20 years. Tell me about that.
20 years. It seems like only yesterday. I was not the editor at the beginning, but we had this, one of our editors had this great idea, and it started with our Lutheran Planner in the year 2000. Just the question came up, if schools are using student planners to keep track of their schoolwork, of their daily activities, isn't there a way that we could use the church year calendar and to introduce that calendar into their school calendar as well? And isn't there a place inside their school planners that they're already using to kind of highlight those ideas? So it started in its first year in the Lutheran schools, and then quickly moved the next year into the Catholic market and just exploded. I think we visited NCEA very early. And the LEA conference, that's the Lutheran Educators Association, and the National, and we did a couple of shows early on, and the response was incredible. And the nice thing about those early, we had put something out that was very simple, had a lectionary-based Bible verse each week and some simple questions. But the great thing about those early days, and this I do remember because I would be at the shows with the other editors, and talking to the teachers, talking to the administrators of schools, and showing them this in its very earliest stages, and listening to this, oh, this is great, but you know what would be great to add on to this? And so in those early years, we were just getting so much information, so much feedback immediately in the very early years, 20 years ago, with the kind of resources that teachers and administrators really, they latched onto this product, and they gave us suggestions on how to improve it. And it's a great annual product that when we get feedback like that, it's malleable, it's very easy to adjust editorial directions and to add features into the book that the teachers really want. That's what I remember most from the earliest years of the planner.
David, it's so nice to have you with us. Ladies and gentlemen, and it's about one more minute. I think we'll begin. I am Dave Barossi from Flum Publishing, a division of Bayard. My wonderful co-host, I feel like she has been with me for so many years. Corinne serves as our senior marketing manager for creative communication. She has been the best co-host I could ever ask for in my life. She is awesome. Corinne, how are you? Let's officially welcome everybody as we welcome everybody to our good news. Catholic, Lutheran, and Christian planners will begin right now. Corinne, how about an introduction?
Yeah, hi, I'm glad to be here. It's been a while since we did a webinar, Dave, and it's been fun learning this whole digital marketing world that we've found ourselves in about a year ago. So it's great to have our second webinar on Good News Planners. I'm the marketing manager in St. Louis, Missouri with Creative Communications, and I'm just in love with Good News Planners. They are just the richest resource that a student can have in front of them day by day. And Dave Mead, I'm going to steal your line, but I love it. It's the intersection of faith life and school life. So what a perfect companion that any student and the family can have, as well as the teacher. It brings community around just an everyday resource.
Corinne, that's exactly how I would say it. That's awesome. That's why you're the best co-host ever. Ladies and gentlemen, we are so honored, so privileged to have David Mead with us. David Mead is our senior editor and product manager for creative communication. He's the brains behind this. I wish I was that smart.
Behind creative.
Corinne, I wish I was that smart. David, what an honor. What I am so enthused to be with you. David, please tell me a little bit about yourself. Please tell the whole world about yourself. Ladies.
Well, thank you so much, Dave. I'm humbled by your introduction. My name's David Mead. I've been with Creative Communications for the parish since 1992 in an editorial role, but even before that, I worked through high school and college there. So I've been around a while, and been working specifically on the planners, among other responsibilities, since about 2007. So to join the planner team officially as one of the editors on it then, when we introduced the Christian Planner, and now I'm the lead editor on all versions of the planner. So I have watched this. I was just talking a little bit about the history of the planner itself. I have watched this from its inception and was thrilled to be included in that in the team, and now just love to continue to develop this, add new features to really make it a resource that is helpful for teachers in connecting to families, is helpful for students in their weekly planning. So it's just it's an honor. It's an honor to be here.
Thank you, David, for being with us. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns, please put them in our chat box. We do have customer service standing by to help you answer your questions. Katerina, thank you very much for joining us today. Katerina will serve as our chat moderator for this afternoon. Please say hello to everybody across the country. Please put your name, address, your city, and what school you're at in our chat box today, just to say hello. But as we begin, I have a couple questions, and Corinne and I will service as the host and co-host with our wonderful guest speaker. David, I have a huge question to ask you. How many different planners are out there with Good News Planners? Please tell me, for everybody, how many different planners do you?
Sure. Well, I'll break it down. I can give you the total number, but the easiest way to do it is to just break it down. We have a Catholic version of the planner, and on our Catholic side, we have for a planner for primary students, for elementary students, for junior high school students. We also have an elementary teacher planner, a primary teacher planner, and and those versions, we have versions that have gradebook added. So on the Catholic side, we have at least 7 planners. On the Lutheran side, we have our elementary school planner, and we have our teacher planner. On the Christian side, we have an elementary and junior high school planner, as well as our teacher planner. And those teacher planners come with or without gradebook inserts. So I don't know what that total number was, but it gives you, we have a lot of options for all of the parochial school, the church affiliated schools that we service. And so a lot of different age levels and something for the students. And I'm excited to show some of the features that we have specifically in our teacher planners as we talk more. So,
David, there's so much. Corinne, how do they do that? There's so much out there. It is so interesting to learn about all the different planners that Creative Communication does service the market across the board for Christian, Lutheran, and Catholic school planners. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you have a pen by your side. You have any notes to take, please write them down. We will answer them for you about all the planners, Christian, Lutheran, Catholic planners, with David Mead standing by. So David, you explained to us there's so many different planners, primary, elementary, high school, for our Catholic, Christian, and Lutheran market. But tell me specifically grade levels.
right.
Grade levels for primary, grade levels for elementary, grade levels for high school, and the needs for that, right?
Right. I think the best way, this is a great question. We get asked this a lot, like what age group are these planners for? I think the best way to start, our main planner, and the one that we started doing 20 years ago, was our elementary student planner. So I'm going to hold up, this is our Catholic version. Oh, my background is going to make things a little difficult to see. But our elementary planner is for elementary students. We say really grades 3rd grade up through 8th grade, or as low as 2nd grade. I don't know if you'd be able to see even the spreads. If you have a catalog already, and we can send catalogs out to those people that don't have them. Maybe I should just remove my background so you can see some of the spreads as I hold them up. So give me 1 second.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please put them in our chat box today. I do have a little very small little presentation PowerPoint, and to go along with that to go along with our planners. As again, David did say about our Catholic Lutheran Christian planners. So I'm going to turn it back over to him. Go ahead, David.
Right. So if we look at if you can see me on the screen, I'm holding up actually our current planner. The version that you see there in front of you is our one for the coming school year. So that shows our Catholic elementary student planner. We, again, at the elementary level, we have one for Catholics, for Christian schools, and for Lutheran schools. They're almost identical in their cover and their resources, but they're custom made for each of these, and they have features that are perfect for these schools that speak directly to Catholic students, speak directly to Lutheran students and Christian students. The question that you had asked before, Dave, was age level. So this is our elementary planner. You can see we've structured the inside like a generic student planner. So it has all the features. It has your class level, your classes. We have a section for religion, reading, language arts, math, science, social studies, your typical subject areas for those age groups, grades really as low as 2nd grade up through 8th grade. And we've included in all of our versions a Bible verse, which is drawn from Sunday's gospel reading. So the purpose of these planners is really to prepare students for Sunday's worship. So we started that with our elementary level. We've drawn a Bible verse, a gospel verse from the upcoming Sunday's gospel reading in the lectionary. And we highlight that through questions and activities throughout the week. And we put saint days, feast days, other church celebrations. This is our elementary planner. I'll get more into some of those other features. I don't want to get too far ahead since the question was age group. So this is our elementary planner. And we have our primary planner. The great thing about our primary planner, just let me show you a spread real quickly. The primary planner, this is really for our 1st and 2nd graders. It's an introduction into student planning. Nice, big, wide open writing spaces. We have a space in here for 12 spelling words on our elementary level.
Oh,
we have a space for 25 spelling words on elementary. Primary, there's 12. Again, we've drawn the same Bible verse that their older brothers and sisters are hearing in the elementary level, or same word of the week, which is pulled from that Bible verse. So this week you can see it's comforted. It's drawn here from Matthew 5:24. So this is our primary level. Very similar daily questions, but really tailored toward that 1st and 2nd grade level. And then the resource pages I'll get to in a second. Then we have our high school, junior high school planner. So it's a smaller size. I'll hold up here. I'll hold up the elementary planner again. You can see our elementary planner. This is 8.5 by 11. Our high school planner is just slightly smaller. This is really for high schoolers, or can be used in junior high as low as 7th grade. So there's a little overlap between this planner and the elementary planner. This can be used for 7th grade up through 12th grade, but the same features. So let me just show you a page spread in here. Now we're with our older students. They don't need that same kind of structure as the elementary students. So we've left them nice open areas. We're not going to label what classes they're taking. This is just a standard place for them to keep track of their own grades at that level. But we've included those same Bible verses that the younger siblings or the younger students have, or same word of the week. And instead of a daily kind of reflection on that Bible verse, we have some weekly questions for them. Again, it's gearing them towards Sunday worship and preparing them by giving them a little reflection on the gospel that they'll hear. So from 1st grade all the way up through 12th grade, all of these students, no matter if you have a family with children in 1st grade and in 7th grade and in 12th grade, all of the students are hearing the same information, preparing them for that for worship on Sunday.
What a great way for them to be catechized from first grade to 12th grade, from preschool, even preschool,
Right.
all the way to 12th grade with our Catholic, Lutheran, and Christian planners. David, a fast question though. I see that the theme this year is a little bit different. It's on the screen right now. Tell me about that theme. Is this a brand new theme for this year?
Right. So our current theme, if I know there are a lot of people with us that are currently using Planner, our current theme is from In Christ I Can, based on Philippians 4:13. Our coming theme, as you can see on the screen in front of you, is love the Lord your God with all your heart and love your neighbor as yourself. And really the theme is love my neighbor. That's the theme that carries through. And what a great, this is the year, I think more than ever, this is a message that kids, that adults, that everybody needs to hear, is that we love the Lord our God with all the two great commandments. Love the Lord your God with all your heart. And equally as important, our Lord tells us is to love your neighbor as yourself. And what a great message. And so we have in our weekly activities, as you go into the weekend, our Friday activity on our elementary and primary levels is a love my neighbor prompt. So they have heard through the week, like on Monday, it's focus on the word of the week. Tuesday, it's journal about that word of the week. Wednesday, it's there's a prayer based on that gospel. Thursday is usually a little faith fact that they're hearing about the church, about either the Catholic faith or the Lutheran faith, the Christian faith. And then Friday is a love my neighbor prompt. It sends them into the weekend with things like, call your grandma and grandpa and tell them about what you've learned. Just any way to reach out. Rake your neighbor's. It's November. Rake your neighbor's yard without being asked. Little things like that. These are just great little prompts to send them into the weekend, thinking about others, thinking about loving your neighbor, serving your neighbor. What a great little message. At the end of the week, they've studied the Bible, they've internalized it. And now we're going into the weekend reaching out to others.
David, I love it. As you see on the screen, ladies and gentlemen, daily faith exercises. Daily faith exercise. It prepares and connects the students to the Sunday worship. David, I don't know how you could do it all. I mean, you guys are awesome at this. You reinforce the fundamentals of the faith for Catholic, Christian, and Lutheran planners. You reinforce the religion curriculum for across the board. As you were saying, Monday, Tuesday, every day is a special day that helps them grow in their faith up till Friday as you send them forth to, as part of the theme, love thy neighbor. David, what a great way. I do have a couple more questions to ask. And it is so, ladies and gentlemen, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please put them in their chat. We have the creator, the most awesome creator with us, ladies. The questions can come out. Please ask any question about our student planners. David, in talking about the Christian planners, let's talk about Christian planners first.
Yes, okay.
Tell me two special highlights within Christian planners. As I go through, I'm going to talk about the Catholic and the Lutheran. But right now, let me just say two special highlights in the Christian planners.
Absolutely. So on our weekly activities, and we'll get into one of the newest things. So really we have those daily faith activities, but something unique to the Christian planner that is not in the other planners is we really, like our resource pages at the beginning, we're highlighting the basics of the faith. You will have the 10 commandments in there. You will have the fruit of the Spirit listed as a resource pages. And these will be referenced in the activities during the planner. The Christian planner is one that we make the Catholic. Let me tell you how it's a little different from the Catholic and the Lutheran. Those are more lectionary based in the readings. They're based around the church year. We created the Christian planner. This can be used in any Christian school or by homeschoolers that want a Christian planner for their kids. It's not as tied in to the liturgical year, to the church year. So this is just a great, basic, strongly based in the gospel Christian student planner. And when I say basic, I mean we haven't stripped out the great resources that are in the other planners, but we're not doing anything in that planner that is specifically instructing in the Catholic faith or specifically preaching, talking about the doctrine of the Lutheran faith. This is really the gospel is the heart of that planner. And so that's what really sets it apart from the Lutheran and the Catholic planner. It has all of the same great resources, but it's really based on teaching the gospel. And while we have this spread, I'll talk about this Family Connection newsletter now a little bit while we're talking about the Christian planner, if that's okay.
That's great, because isn't that one of the major highlights that we're seeing?
That's right.
David, please help me out here. Is that across the board with our Catholic, Christian, Lutheran planners, that Family Connection?
That's right. This is a brand new resource that we have.
That's awesome.
This is our newest resource. It's our Family Connection. The great thing about student planners is this is the tool that goes from the classroom home to the parents. They sign their books, make sure, check their kids' homework, send it back to the teacher. This is a great communication tool. So every time that a parent at home opens up the planner, they see that Bible verse. They see these things that their kids are talking about in class. And so we have added specifically on every weekly spread of the planner, Christian, Lutheran, Catholic, we have added our Family Connection. You can see it down there on the lower right side of the planner spread. On every page, there is a QR code, and that QR code links them to a weekly family faith newsletter. And if we hit the next spread, I don't want to get too, am I jumping ahead, Dave? I feel like I'm so excited.
Oh, no, David, you're doing good. You have Corinne and I. Corinne is going to be doing this wonderful presentation. I can't tell you the presentation she's doing, ladies and gentlemen, because it's a little secret, because that's how you're going to make some money in your school, because she's going to talk about the identity, Christian identity. And David, you're doing a great job just by telling us all these wonderful things. Highlight that Family Connection right here is so awesome. I love it. And ladies and gentlemen, look, I learned how to do this on the screen. It was just so awesome. So thank you for Katerina.
I'm going to jump in.
Go ahead.
Melinda Olson gave us a tip of what she does. They order the high school planner and they use it for their parents. So the parents are following along with the students, but they have that smaller compact size planner that they can take to the office,
right,
or
perfect.
Carry it in the briefcase, backpack, purse, whatever it is, and it follows along. So we have extended use of that high school, junior high planner.
That's great. That's wonderful. It's great for adults. It's great for right now we're talking about the Family Connection, but as we get into the different versions of the planner too, that's just a great resource that could be used for adults, college students. Anyone can use that planner in their daily scheduling, and it has that weekly Bible verse, and it gives you additional Bible verses and Bible stories to look up for each week. On the Catholic side, those are based on what you'll hear on Sunday. On the Christian side, for our Christian high school planner, that's just additional reading connected to that gospel reading for each week. So right now we're looking at a sample of that Family Connection Good News letter. And this is a version, again, they're specifically designed to connect to either the Catholic planner, the Lutheran planner, the Christian planner. This is an example of something that you will see. Again, you have weekly you can discover on our Catholic and our Lutheran planners, we'll have Sunday's readings, the readings that you will all hear as a family when you go to church, the lectionary readings. You'll have deeper thoughts, a reflection on the full gospel that you'll hear. You'll have a saint of the week or feast days are highlighted in here.
Wonderful.
A great thing, this at the very bottom, this is the thing that's common to all of the newsletters, is this talk around the table, this table talk moments. This is anytime during the week, whether it's at family dinners, anytime you're driving in the car, here are gospel-based discussion questions that you can just start. What a great way. The kids are hearing these lessons in school. They're preparing for church. These are the things. look, let's give families the opportunity to talk about those things. Just very simple discussion questions that, take 5 minutes a week, take 10 minutes a week, just to raise some of these questions, to delve deeper into the gospel, to grow in a relationship with each other and with God through the gospel. So
one of the major highlights that we have this year, the huge highlights, is this new family page.
right.
And David, it's a QR code right at the bottom. They could use their cell phones and go right on that QR code, and it's right there, correct?
That is correct. And it's at the bottom of it'll be updated, and that newsletter will be updated every week. So when they scan that QR code, when the planners come home with their students, they scan that QR code, and each week we're going to update that Family Connect newsletter, and they'll have all these resources at home.
That is so awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns concerning any one of our Catholic, Christian, Lutheran planners, please put them in our chat box. We do have customer service standing by. Katerina is monitoring our chat today. Thank you, Katerina. Again, my name is Dave Barossi and Corinne Landemir. We have David Mead with us, who is the top of the line senior editorial product manager for creative communication, a division of Bayard, as we all work for Bayard. And David, the Lutheran Planners
Yes.
also have some other highlights that are brand new, correct?
That's right. So all of the new feature in all of our planners across the line is this Family Connect newsletter. That's
Okay.
the new feature for the coming year. But there are things definitely about the Lutheran Planner that are unique from the others. We and a lot of these things come in to in the resource pages at the back and the front of the planner. So in all of our planners, we have faith building resource pages. So you can see we have our planner spreads, but at the beginning, on our Lutheran planner, we have things like the timeline of Martin Luther's life. We have a church year calendar. This is great in both the Catholic and the Lutheran market. In our Lutheran planners, this again, it's tying the church year into the school year, and it's again what like Corinne had said earlier. It's where faith life and school life meet. As this calendar, the school calendar and the church calendar, we like to overlap those and highlight those. Let me give you a way specifically in the Catholic and Lutheran planners that we do that. Grab. In our Lutheran planners and our Catholic planners, even our page spreads highlight the seasons of the church year. So on the Lutheran, this is the season, the Pentecost season is in green. On our Catholic planners, that's in green season. Those are the Sundays in ordinary time. You can see as then we move into Advent, our page turns to purple. So even the seasons of the church year are highlighted. In our Lutheran planner and our Catholic planners, the Sundays in these versions all have names. So we highlight the names of each of those Sundays. You can see, like here I'm on the second Sunday of Advent. All of those Sundays' names are highlighted. In the Lutheran planner, we do have the saint days that are celebrated in the Lutheran Church. It follows the Lutheran lectionary. So those Bible verses, this is in our Lutheran planner. We use the ESV version of the Bible, which is from the Lutheran lectionary. This is the one that's primarily heard in most Lutheran schools and most Lutheran churches that those school students. On our Christian side, we use the NIV version. That's the New International Version. And then as we start talking about the Catholic version, on that we use the NAB version, and it is the version that they will be hearing, the lectionary for Mass version that they will be hearing on Sunday in church, which is very important. So can I segue into the Catholic then to show some?
Well, yes, go right ahead. Go right ahead. I was going to ask you about the Catholic Virgin. Go ahead, but if you want to take over the show, I'll let you do it.
Okay. I know.
So much fun. Yes, go ahead,
Right.
David.
So so the resource pages at the beginning, all of our elementary planners have a nice monthly calendar at the beginning. And then it's all of our elementary planners, high school planners, primary planners. They have classroom resource pages at the back, like maps of the Canada and United States, world map, map helps, all the things in a standard planner. But at the beginning, these resource pages are really, again, here's our Catholic planner. We have the church year. We have books of the Bible. This would be common in some of the other versions. How to look up verses in the Bible. We have, here, the 7 sacraments. We have how to pray the rosary. These are the resource pages in the Catholic version. Our Catholic book for elementary, primary, high school, all of the saint days, all the Catholic saint days and feast days are highlighted every day of the week, in addition to all those reflective questions that focus on the gospel reading. So you're hearing all of that. And again, that's reinforced in those newsletters that are going home. And it's reinforced, and this is the big one, Dave. This is the one I'm so excited about, in our teacher planners. I've told you about the features of the primary and the elementary and the high school planners. Everything comes together with our teacher planner. This is the one, this is the big dog. This is the one that brings them all together. So our teacher planners, the spreads are very similar to the elementary planner, but we've removed any of the lines so teachers can take notes however they want. We give them that same connection to the Family Connection newsletter so they know what the families are reading. But here's our teacher planners. This is our Catholic elementary teacher planner. For every page spread, for every weekly spread, there is a page that delves deeper into the gospel, that goes deeper into those saint days, those feast days, those church celebrations. And it gives them all the weekly readings that the children will be hearing in church. And it gives them tips on, like this little pie symbol. Here's a way that maybe you can use this, bring this gospel lesson into math class, into English class, into art class, ways to highlight that gospel reading for the week in your different classes. And it's all included in this one planner. And each of the teacher planners also has an optional grade book right in the back. You already have to get a grade book each year. Why not have a grade book that's already stitched into your teacher planner? Everything is in hand.
That is so great. David, and you see, you're bringing it through art and math and science. So if all of these principles, buy the teacher planner across the board, buy it for the gym teacher, the math teacher, the science teacher, not just religion, buy it across the board for every subject, because it reinforces right from A to Z. And it just doesn't end there, ladies and gentlemen. We have those wonderful resources that are for the classroom. And before we talk about our Catholic identity, which Corinne Latimer, the most awesome person from Creative Communications, she's a senior marketing manager, she's going to teach you how to make that identity come alive. But David, I have one more question.
Yes.
We have this wonderful little small catalog. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want a catalog, please put it into the chat box. We can get you a catalog right out to you, like a sampler catalog. David, are there posters, stickers, folders that can be added on to?
I'm so glad you asked, Dave.
Thank you.
I'm so glad you asked. Yes, there are. We have a lot of coordinated materials that go with that. So we have classroom posters that show, these are based on the covers of the planners for the coming year. So we have, you'll get a set of 3 classroom posters, all based on that Love My Neighbor theme. We have teacher stickers. If you just want to, and these would fit on the pages of the planner as you're checking off to see if they got their homework written down right, just give them a little sticker. It's all based on that Love My Neighbor theme. You can use those right in the planners themselves as you're giving them approval on their homework. We have the themed pocket folders. Again, this is our elementary cover coming up for the next year. We already have pocket folders. So a lot of times when my kids were that age in elementary school, those folders were coming back and forth at the end of every week with homework that I would check off on. And that became, in addition to their student planners, a great communication tool. This goes back and forth to school all the time. And so we have those things for you already themed with that Love My Neighbor theme.
Now, I'm going to go off the record for one moment.
Okay.
Corinne, don't get upset with me, but the first person to email me their order for next year, okay? First person, Corinne, can I give them a set of posters for free?
Yes.
Oh, you heard that. First person to email me, Katerina, if you could put my email address, if wherever you're from, the first person to email me that today, I'm going to give you a set of Love My Neighbor posters for attending the webinar with us. First person. So that's one. David, this has been awesome. Now, we talk about the folders, we talk about the stickers. How does it all come alive with the identity of the school? Lutheran identity, Christian identity, Catholic identity. Corinne, help me out here.
Yeah.
You're the expert with this. You are the expert. Go ahead.
So, let's see. I had a thought here a second ago about the first person who emails about the posters. Oh, that thought. Oh, I know what I wanted to say about that order. If you place your order today and you're worried about, I don't know what my enrollment numbers are for next year, it's no problem. We've got early bird pricing. It's good through April 15th, and you can lock in your order now and change your quantities 2 weeks before it ships. So I don't know if you were going to get to that later, but I just wanted to preface that because someone might say, well, I don't know what my quantity is going to be. Why would I send my order in today? It's okay. You can lock in your order, lock in the early bird price. If you're the first one, you get those free posters, and then you can just adjust your quantities later. So no fear. Okay, now we're talking about custom planners. So what I love about custom planners is that there's so much opportunity to boost your school's identity with your community. So you can do this in so many ways. You can have a custom cover only. You can have a custom front and back cover. You can have custom handbook pages on the inside of whatever nature you might want. That might include like an annual schedule of key events that you have at your school, like a trivia night or the football games or something like that, that you want to include with that planner to be that one-stop go-to place for all things critical to your school. It might have the policy booklet. It might have some basic forms like field trip forms, whatever that might be. So you can make that planner very custom to your school. It's a great way to get the students involved. They can create artwork that you might want to feature. You could include your mascot, whatever. It's truly custom for your school. And what I like about having as a custom planner, your school then rallies around this resource that communicates everything for school and the school identity. Print a few extra. So this is the time of year when you're having tours for the school, bringing in prospective families. If you have someone that is a prospective student family that's going to come next year, give them a planner. Let them see what you're all about. And because you've got your custom pages in there, it's again a one-stop place for them to take home with them and see what it is that your school is about, what the philosophy is and the mission and things like that. The other thing about custom planners, I know everybody's budget is getting a little tighter and we're all trying to count our pennies, but custom planners give you an opportunity to sell advertising, which you couldn't do with a standard planner. So you could sell that back cover page, which is a full color space that you could sell to maybe like the local insurance guy who might support your school in different ways. Let them take that space and help offset the cost of your planner. So you can sell this ad space. You can sell business card size ads on the inside. A lot of those parents might have their own businesses or they work for local companies that might support the school. So it's a great way to offset all those expenses that go along with these planners. And that's what I really love about the customization of the planners. Now, if you haven't been to our website lately, goodnewsplanners.com, it's all plural, goodnewsplanners.com. There is a custom planner tab there. And in that tab, there is a little button called free advertising kit. And that free advertising kit gives you all kinds of information. It gives you letters to send out to your prospective advertisers, just a template that you can start with because starting from scratch is always hard. So here's a way to get started now, and every year you can improve it. It gives you a schedule that you would need to follow because when you have a custom planner, you need to plan a little more. It takes 6 to 8 weeks to process that instead of maybe 2 weeks out the door. So you have to do a little bit more planning. So there's just a lot of tips, different ways to break up all the tasks of having a custom planner. If you want to form a committee, if you're going to have one person. So be sure, if you're interested in doing a custom planner, take a look at that free advertising kit. It gives you all kinds of ideas of how to get started and how to make it your very own. So did I miss anything, Dave?
No, Corinne, I have a big question. What
Okay.
happens with the custom cover if they want a picture of me on the cover? Is that okay?
Yeah, that's great.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please put them in our chat box. We have a couple more minutes to talk about, even with asking about identity, customization of your planners and all that. We do have a couple questions that are, I think, in our chat box today. If you would like a sample, please put your name, your school, the city, all the pertinent information. Email it to me. Email it to Katerina or Corinne. Please let us know. We'll gladly send you samples. We'll gladly. I mean, I have a wonderful little sampler right in front of me. This is so awesome. And you know, I use the high school planner as my daily planner. I love it. It is so awesome. But before we end, David, I have the biggest question in life.
Okay.
Last year, I used a luggage tag.
Yes.
And it was part of the backpack blessing. Am I saying it right?
Yes.
Are we having it this year?
Yes, we have a new
that's
backpack
awesome.
blessing kit. Yes.
Do I get the luggage tag?
You get the luggage tag.
Oh, go ahead.
You get, so if you order the backpack blessing, again, the image is on here. I can find it. It's right in our catalog. And I'm glad that you mentioned that when people do get their catalogs, we have we have sample pages of all. I want to talk about that just.
Oh.
And so right in your catalog, you'll see the sample pages that we've been talking about, the sample spreads and the sample resource pages. But let me get back to the backpack blessings. Yes. So in my church, when the school year is about to start, there's usually a Sunday right before school starts, and they invite all the kids to bring their backpacks in, and we say a prayer over those kids. We bless them on their way, whether they're going to the church school, whether they're going to public school, no matter where they're going. We want to remind them that their church family loves them, is praying for them, that they are our neighbors, and we're praying for them. So the Backpack Blessings tool is a great resource for that. It gives the church or in the school the resources, the leaders' notes, so that they can host a backpack blessing event. They can pray over these kids, send them into their new school year, knowing that God is with them and that their church family is praying for them and following them. They get, so a kit includes all the leaders' notes. It includes 10 of those luggage packs that very easily clip on to their backpacks and follow them. It says, "Love my neighbor" right on it, and a Bible verse. And it gives them 10 sheets that go to the parents. And these sheets are little prayer, little notes that throughout the year the parents can put in their lunch boxes or stick into their backpacks with a little Bible verse, and they write a little note that how proud they are and how they're thinking of them through the day. So you get, and then we have additional, if you have more than just 10 families that you're serving, we have extra backpack tags and extra prayer note cards that you can order too, all themed with Love My Neighbor.
Yeah, I love it. And the event is really only a 10-minute event. So
Right.
It's not something that you have to dedicate and plan a whole hour or 2 hours. Most schools are already doing something, a back to school night. So this is a great way to host. It just gives you a little extra Christian boost that goes along with your planners for that back to school night.
Okay, Corinne, my phone is blowing up over here with orders. People are emailing me right now.
Okay.
So, may I, one more time, can I give away a little something? Would you mind? Could I give away 2 sets of the backpack blessing key,
Backpack,
tags?
luggage tag.
2 sets. So it's a set of 10. So if
Okay.
you have 1,000 kids in your school, you're gonna have to buy 990. So I'm gonna give you away one for the next 2 people that email me their order at dbarosi.com. I have my first one was Darian from Holy Family School. Holy Family School won the posters today. Now, the next people are this order. I can't say them out loud right now because it's coming through. But ladies and gentlemen, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns about any one of the planners, we're here to help. Call us. Say, I don't understand it. We could do a training for your teachers of how to use planners. That's our job. That's what we do. Liliana. Hi, Liliana. How are you? Yes, you got them. Yes, she's saying, I want those. Yes, you got them. They're coming out to you. If you want a copy of our wonderful sampler catalog, please send Katerina, myself, Corinne. All our emails are in the chat box today. Say, I want a sampler. Please send me a sampler. We want to know, you want a sample of the planners? We'll send them. Let us know. David Mead, this has been so much fun to be. I am so honored that you're with us. This is so great. It's very nice, very nice. Corinne, my best co-host ever. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to know anything about Catholic, Christian, or Lutheran identity for your school, I never said this out loud, but call Corinne. She will walk you through that customization from A to Z. She is outstanding with that. Outstanding. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about here. That customization, you want to order 2 million copies of the planners? Let us know. We will customize every one of them for you. For primary, elementary, and even college. Tell your college bookstores. Let us know about, we could create the high school planners and make them college planners. Very easy, just by cover. Let us know. Ladies and gentlemen, we had so much fun with you this afternoon. And
we have one last announcement.
What's that?
We have a grand prize winner to announce.
Oh, would you like to announce that?
Yes.
Go ahead.
So our winner for today's grand prize for attending, and thank you so much everyone for being here today and sharing your time with us. But we have one winner for the 20 student books for your classroom is Melinda Olson. So Melinda, where are you? Where are you from? I'm sure we'll see her chat there. But anyway, it's so exciting to be with you all today. And thank you for spending your time with us. And it's more fun to be able to engage with people when we don't have these events to get together anymore. So we really appreciate you for supporting Good News Planners for all these years. We've been around now 20 years, and it's people like you that have made it the product that it is today. Like David Mead mentioned earlier, that we got all this feedback in the early years. And if you have tips, ideas, suggestions for future improvements, please send them our way. I mean, We're all about continuous improvement. How do we make it work in today's classroom?
Thank you, everybody. It's so nice to be with you. Again, my name is Dave Barossi, and I work for Flum Publishing, a division of Bayard. With creative communication, my wonderful co-host, Corinne Latimer, who is in St. Louis. Corinne, it is a great honor to be with you. David Mead from St. Louis, the most awesome creator, the senior editorial product manager of creative communication. What an honor for to be in your presence. It's so great to know that you are the creator. You're the developer. This is awesome. This is so great. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you to Katerina, who monitored our chat today. Katerina, you're the best. You are the best. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy your day. Bye, everybody.